Hello and welcome. Hey Heather, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm gonna finish my smoke. Then we'll go from there. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. Oh, watch out from them lying bitches. I'm gonna tell you right now. Watch out from them devious ass wipes, because they're out there. They are out there. Jesus, if it could read any more into us. All right, so I just opened this box. And it almost gives me the chills. I don't get goosebumps and shit. I'm not the type of guy who gets like goosebumps and shit. I get chills. Like I'll do like a shutter shake, and that's how I roll. Ooh. Knight of Swords, don't take action. It's in reverse. Don't take action towards shit. Maybe some secrets that you just have to just accept and move on from. Or may have realized that as well. Mm-hmm. Yep. What does it feel like in a world that's supposed to be filled with light? That they're just trying to keep pushing you into the fucking dark. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I don't know why I shut that. Probably because I got too much on my mind. Too many things. Let's see where we go with this. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you. Make sure you hit the like button. We need them likes. We need them subscriptions too. You know, I don't come on live a lot, but I realize like half the people you listen to, they couldn't touch me on their best day. So I'm like, why the fuck am I gonna show up and be this guy? Look at that shit. Be the fucking magician if no one fucking understands or they're stuck in sorrow. What the fuck? Am I gonna waste my time? Am I gonna invest in some shit that brings no fucking balance? Absolutely fucking not. Gotta be smarter. Sometimes you gotta be fucking smarter. All right. And sometimes you have to back up what you preach, and I can do that. I can do that very well. Anywho, and I'm sure you can, or you're learning to. Welcome in, everybody. We're gonna shuffle for a minute. I feel the need to shuffle. Just don't let things get to you right now. I feel like the message I need to say before we even play the tarot is don't let things get to you. I think a lot of people need to hear this message too. Don't let shit get to you. It's gonna try. It's gonna try, or it already may have tried. And a lot of you may be like, shit, how does he know that? Just trust me. He knows that. I know that much. Mm-hmm. People, money, whatever the fuck it is for you. It's different for everybody. You know, don't let shit get to you. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your peace of mind. Okay? Here we go. It's hard though. It's only as hard as you make it to believe. The more you believe on how hard it is, the harder it becomes. All right, Bella? In a minute, more shuffling. I missed you. I ain't gonna lie, I missed you. I missed you all. Yeah, I did. I had this thumbnail for like 2 weeks. You can't tell me I didn't miss you. Shit, I got like 2 or 3 thumbnails, and I still wasn't able to present. I'm like, shit. I miss my audience. I miss my peoples. All right. Let's start in a second. It's all right, Amy. Things happen. Been waiting forever. I know. I know, y'all been waiting. And I'm very happy to say thank you for that. All of you. Thank you. For waiting as long as you did. I appreciate it more than you would probably want to think about. I'm like, where is he? Is he gonna show up? Or what's the deal here? Mm-hmm. All right. Three more. What's the reading for all signs? What's the reading for all signs? Communication. All right. Before we even do an all signs, I'm going to talk about this. So there may be mishaps with communication, or you just may be holding back more than resisting more with communication than you should be. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't give a shit if you have to use communication, if you have to use a motherfucking cell phone to make that shit happen. I don't care what you got to do, but do what you got to do right now. This is coming from me too, from experience. Do what you got to do to prove what you need to prove without worrying about validation. Go after it like that, so at night you can have that comfort or peace of mind. I feel like that's going to be very important for a lot of people. You also may recognize that some people aren't playing fair or just don't give it. I get like want to play dirty with the communication. You may watch out, and I felt deception before I came out here. I felt a lot of deceptive energy, lying ass bitches. Watch out for some lying ass bitches, because they're always around. They're always trying to start shit. Somebody who has to perpetually lie about a situation hasn't found their own happiness inside of themselves. That doesn't make them. That makes them ironically incorrect to themselves. That doesn't make them a problem for you. That doesn't make them your problem. The only time they become your problem is when you allow it. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. Okay. Here we go. We're going to start with all signs. Aries, we'll start in order. We're going to go in order. Aries, what's the tarot reading for you? I hope it's good, Aries. Nostalgia. I get, what's weird, the same card came back out. I get nostalgic energy on you. Something about being very laid back or frumpant, like not wanting to go forward, knowing you want to go forward, but not moving your ass. Basically telling yourself you want to do more or get out more or be more creative or more successful, but not really wanting to redeem the effort because it feels useless or I get a real big bothersome energy on you. What the fuck? Let's keep going. Here we go. Why the fuck are you bothered? Could be about not wanting to do things alone. Solo. You have a lot of highs and lows right now, is what I'm getting. Your energy is telling me you have a lot of highs and lows when you try to condition how you emotionally feel with money or success. I feel like you've already made this decision and nothing's going to tell you different. I feel like if I tried to tell you different, you would play with the thought or the feeling of it. It's more of a feeling than a thought. With now you have the Knight of Wands upright. You would play with the notion or knowing. I just do feel like you're sitting still. A little too still for me. It's a little uncomfortable. I don't like it. You're holding back is what it's telling me from excitement. So what I have is that you're holding back from excitement. Celebrations. It's almost like you're damning yourself. Aries, I get you're damning yourself when there's no fucking reason to do it with the devil reversed. Why would you do that? Why would you hold yourself back? Why would you stand still with the Six of Swords in reverse? What's the point? What are you gaining from that? What are you really gaining from that? Somebody just called me from motherfucking Colorado. Mouth is dry. I should have probably fucking drank some water. But it is what it is. Colorado. Yeah, probably a scammer. I don't know any. Well, I know somebody that lived in Colorado, but he's back here, one of my good friends. And you know what's fucked up? His name's Kevin, and he's a fucking Aries. March 23rd or 19th or some shit like that. I don't even fucking know what it. I think it's the 23rd or 4th. I don't remember. I'd have to call him. I should call him right now. Kevin, when's your fucking birthday? Right on the live. That's what I should do. No, we ain't doing all that. he does know about my lives. He's one of my good friends. And he just looks at me. I remember telling him, listen to this story time. I remember telling Kevin about me doing this shit online. And he's sitting in his car and he's just looking at me like, he's a strong motherfucker. He's a strong Aries. He's just as strong as me. Like, fucking, he's a very strong guy, but he works hard. Hard worker. And we grew up like in wrestling, and I was gonna say shit like that, but aside from that, but this is probably gonna resonate for Kevin for me to bring up Kevin, and Kevin is a loner. Holy shit, this is actually creeping me out a little bit. Here we go. He doesn't do the girlfriend thing. He just don't fucking do it. He wants it, but he won't do it. He won't do it. He's afraid of it. I swear to God, I thought my phone was gonna ring again. I would have answered the call this time. You would all heard it. I would have put it on speaker. But my phone just lit up and went dark, whatever that's about. And it wasn't a message. Nothing changed. Oh, I got a voicemail from Colorado. Who the fuck left me a voicemail from Colorado? Anyways, let's get some more in for Aries. Oh, okay, clarify. So, the message here is some of you are going to be spending some money. It could be for a house, something about a house or a purchase, or knowing that you want to buy more or own more. I get this weird buy or own more with these 5 cards, wanting that change. Not emotionally trying to be, feeling like where you are is not enough, whatever that's about. Fuck. Okay. Page of Coins reversed, 10 of Coins reversed, 3 of Wands reversed, kind of feeling stuck with the Page of Cups upright, followed by the Celebration in reverse. You may have a decision to make. Some of you, whether you've made the decision already or are coming to that conclusion that, like, I don't want to say buyer's remorse, but feeling like you need to make the right decision without having any anxiety or attachment towards making the right or wrong decision. And being able to like pep talk yourself into knowing you made the right fucking decision. What the fuck is that? I get it. I get it. Kind of, sort of, whatever. What is this about? You also may have dealt with either an air sign, earth sign, or fire sign that you don't trust. 8 of Cups. Either you distance yourself from them or they distance themselves from your ass. Balance. And I do feel like emotionally you're trying to accept that you know you need emotional acceptance or balance. Not only with like physical relationships, like I feel like sexual relationships, I'm going to be real. I feel like you want like sexual connection. Why do I get this weird energy? Like there's Aries out there that want like sexual connection that lasts and it goes the distance. Like it's fun and it just doesn't stop. And it doesn't have any like crazy strings attached to it. Some of you want all of it and want that strings, want that fucking ring on the finger shit. Most of you, it feels like you just want the fun and excitement of it to never end and for it to be there. But at the same time, I feel like you're trying to balance out knowing you want that, but you're not really focusing on that. Not as much as you want. Like almost like it's too good to be true kind of attitude or perception, whatever. Here we go. You want the dick, though. There's the dick card. You don't. This is a lack of trust and an ability to believe that something can turn into gold. Is what it tells me. Somebody could be struggling to believe. There could be an Aries out there where you feel like you'll be basically. I don't want to say you'll frown upon a situation. It more or less feels like you'll let go of a situation because you won't trust the situation. To be honest, to be real, just to give it to you the way I've seen it, almost like you're too good to be true is the best way to put it. Too good to be true. I feel like you feel like it's too good to be true, or it's just going to be have resisted or residual energy that you've already dealt with. You can't have that mindset. The more you focus on a mindset of residual, the more you basically pre-rehearse the same situation over and over again in that department. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't fucking work. Why is balance here? Aries, why is balance here? Clarify that card. Yeah, it's keeping you stuck. What is it? It's keeping you stuck, making you very indecisive or not sure if what you're going to put. It's almost making it to where the plan you want to trust in, you can't trust in it. You're afraid to trust in the plan. And you think about this shit all the fucking time. All the fucking time, and the changes that could become. So it's like you're willing, but you're not willing. You're touch and go with it. Maybe it's a runner chaser series. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck what it is. You've got to face your fears, face your anxiety, face your problematic desires. And something about the deer with the coin. I get like an ignorance to wanting to believe that something can change for the better, or just being kind of being you making it feel. You stop making it feel redundant because you're making me aggravated. High Priestess and the Devil. Sometimes it's better to let go of the things or fight through the things in life that we don't want to admit to ourselves. Aries, I'm going to tell you one time. Knight of Coins, start working. Let it go. This is a let it go reading for Aries. You've got to let shit go. And I feel like you know that. I'm done. I'm over it. The death card reversed. Let it go. You're stronger than that, Aries, and you should know fucking better. Cut free of that shit. You should fucking know better. Move forward, and move with great integrity, trust, and ability. Something like that's important for you right now. Make the fucking decision too. I'm over it. Make the goddamn decision. Clarify the Two of Swords, because I feel like you're not doing it. I feel like you're smiling, you're tooting the horn like you are, but you ain't doing shit. That's what the reading's telling me. You're acting like you're doing some shit, but you ain't really doing enough. One hand watches the other, but the other hand's like, where the fuck are you? I feel like you're trying to learn through that process as well, or discover the mishaps, the shortcomings. Page of Wands. You're not really communicating or moving towards any situations. You're just trying to. So you could be going through like a I'm not going to say a metamorphosis, but like you could be outgrowing or shedding your skin like a snake does. You could be shedding that skin that needs to be off of you, seeing things in a better light or aiming to do so. Something with a Hierophant and making the decision. It's like, I get the energy where you should have done this a while ago. The Lover's reversed. You don't fight for it. So you don't believe love fights for you, or you're not willing to fight for it, is the message here. So Aries may feel sheltered when it comes, or hotboxed. You may feel hotboxed in a fucking corner where it's just not happening for you, or it just ain't fucking working out, or it never fucking works out to where you're fucking happy. Fuck you. What are you doing? And I feel like you're your own distress. I'm going to tell you, you're your own distress when it comes to love situations. Stop that shit. It ain't me telling you to fucking, go out in the fucking streets and wear fucking, I don't know, pink pantyhose or wear a goddamn thong that's fucking green and fucking rainbow colored and shit and dance in the rain in front of the fucking traffic. It's me telling you, sometimes it's better to let go of the things that bother you that you don't want to admit to. Eight of Coins reversed. Knight of Wands. So this is for the Aries that stresses about wanting to have not just money. It's not just about money. Money doesn't fulfill you enough. I feel like you aim to please with being productive or staying on par with your tasks. So I feel like you're a busybody Aries. You're probably a busybody person, but it also looks like I get this weird thing with the Knight of Wands to the Empress, where it's like, you want more than just the excitement of fulfillment with what you're going to invest in or put in the bank or have behind you. Some of you could be wanting like a care partner or feeling like you need the care package, whatever the fuck that's about. Gotta flip it. Gotta flip it too. Clarify the four. The last two mostly, please. So what are you procrastinating on, and why are you procrastinating on it? It's because it shows me when it comes to communication, Yeah, there's another communication card. When it comes to communication, you're staying bound or whipped by what you feel that you can. It's almost like you don't trust what could be. Or when it comes to moving or opening up emotionally and you hold back, I get a bit strong resistance in your reading. It's like you want to manifest it or you believe you can, but then I feel like you put your guard up. Something about I put my motherfucking guard up and I cannot stop putting my guard up towards one thing: love. You know what I'm saying? Towards love. Let's see what this card is together. Do the world. Maybe the next big move. But the Knight of Wands again, and the Knight of Wands is the theme. So it's like you want to play towards. It's almost like you want to be fiddled or diddled or whatever the fuck you would call that. But it's like you want somebody to. You want action, Miss Jackson, and it feels like it's not just. I get like this is telling me with building security. Something about building security for you is important. Not just money and a fucking big bank account, but having love and yearning for that bitch. That's what I get for Aries. And you're just wondering, am I being foolish? Am I wasting my time? Is this worth the effort? I don't know. You got to tell me. You know you're emotionally missing stability and love. Happiness. This is a card of feeling confused or frustrated or aiming to get everything or using your imagination to get there. And I feel like you want the stability, but every time it's almost like you lock yourself out of that love situation or the belief system of it. The wheels reversed. Why? Because you're trying to figure out what's going to work and what's not. Stop trying to figure everything out. Just go with the punches. Have you ever heard that term? Just go with the punches. You don't have to know every fucking thing just to have a good time or to realize, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have been so hard on myself. Maybe I should release myself from that anxiety or that fear. Maybe that's what I need. That's what I have for Aries. And I feel like you're going through that. I'm going to say something the cards don't tell me. I can feel it just sitting here talking to you. This has been going on for a while for Aries. This isn't something that just started last fucking week, last night. Fucking couldn't sleep 2 days ago. No, this has been going on for a while. And you know you've been dealing with it. And it's probably what's keeping you up at night or keeping you thinking at night. That's what I have for Aries. I'm going to do Taurus in a second. I need some Red Bull. My mouth is so dry. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Taurus. What do we got for the zodiac sign of Taurus? Here we go. Taurus. 8 shuffles, whatever that's about. 8 is important for you. 6 more to go. Why do you give me this vibe of not wanting to be distracted right now? Whatever that's about. Just keep going. Taurus. Welcome in, everyone. One more. Just one more. Why not? One and done. All right, here we go. Taurus. What do we have for you? Ooh, what are you learning? What are you going through? What's the message here? Oh, damn, you're gonna have a message. I feel like you're learning how to love yourself. You may have dealt with a lot of things that aggravated you with communication or finance. So it tells me, Taurus, that in the past, the recent past, within the past, I'm going to say 6 months to a year, I get like 6 months to a year when I go into my head and go outside of my head and try to listen to the outside noise. You may have had situations that bothered you, and it looks like it was communication. So the lack of it, or getting the communication that felt disrespected. So some of you, it was the lack of getting the right communication or being spoken to, or being somebody being upfront about the situation around you. Others of you, it was the communication that was, it almost came off to you like belligerent, or if it wasn't belligerent, it came off to you as non-negotiable, whatever the fuck that is. With the Four of Coins, that's been your focus. And I also get some of you have been focusing on wanting to study more or doing more research. That's weird that I would get that with the Queen of Coins and the Knight of Coins. Others of you, it's about building, putting more money behind you, saving more money, or having enough money not to worry about finance. That's with the Hierophant, the Five of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Coins. Let's keep going for you. Give me something else for Taurus, please. Balance. Very, 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 very looking for. Clarify that, please, for Taurus. Before I say anything. I don't feel like it's. So I get a different message from you to Aries. So it feels more like I don't get a tug of war with you as much in love, as much as I feel like you want more balance or reciprocation with communication, or finding what's going to work out for you. You have a very weird, unattached emotional energy to problems in a relationship. And I don't mean like a parental relationship. I mean like a physical relationship with a partner. I'm not going to say you have an unbiased look at it, but I am going to say this. You give me this vibe where you're like, you know what? I'm just not going to fucking tolerate it or deal with it right now. You know what? Like you just shut it off. The Sun, the happiness is reversed. Why? The Hermit is reversed. Is it a time thing? What's going on here? So I feel like you're focused on what you're going to invest in. Is the message I have. The Sun's reversed with the Hermit reversed. I feel like you took a lot of time to really focus on what's going to work and what's not. Some of you, it might have even been with certain statuses or people. It's something about people. People you dealt with, you may not deal with anymore. Or if it's not that you don't deal with it, something about that circle, it doesn't work for me. I get a roundabout energy with you. Something about I was going around in circles. It didn't feel like it was balancing itself out, and I need to go back to work. I need to focus more on myself. I'm so over this. Focus on myself. That's 3 times. Look at that's you going to work. That's you knowing you can achieve. That's you focusing on stability. That's the stability card, especially if it's felt lacking growth or expansion. I don't feel like you want to stress about it. I feel like you've been aware of this for quite some time, and you know that it's time to move out of that energy. This is the message I have for you. You also may not be intrigued by past relationships that you've dealt with. They may be something that if it moved towards you, you wouldn't want it to move towards you. You'd feel like, you know what, I'm fighting for myself. Why aren't you? Kind of energy for you, which that's like a put up or shut up energy. And that's a very powerful energy. The cool thing is I feel like you're being very discreet about it. I get this discreet energy, like you don't want to be an asshole unless you have to. I don't feel like your level of basically my microphone's like right here. So if they got you to right here, they might have to get you right here, and then you'll speak up. And it gets you right here. Anybody's going to probably speak up that's not afraid to speak. But the thing is I feel like if they got you here, you'll say something that you'll think about later that you didn't mean to say or didn't want to have to say to hurt the other person. The thing is I feel like clarify the High Priestess. It's like it is what it is. I can't let it stress me out or bother me. You're too focused on your money. But before we do the money card, what is this? Yeah, so this just makes me feel like you left something behind. Something that might have felt like it was a wish fulfillment. But you decided it wasn't the right wish fulfillment with the 2 of Cups reversed. It became part of your past. You're not being really bound or attached to it. You're accepting change. It's almost like you're coming off with an energy like you have no remorse, but you'd be remorseful with the wrong speaking the wrong way towards the person, and it wouldn't be right at the thought of it, it'd be later on. I don't understand why I feel that way. I mostly feel like you're being smart, you're strategic, and you're not trying to worry about things. I feel like you're more focused on stability, or finding stability. Also, good communication, or knowing. I'm over it. I'm so over it. Good communication. Not only in the love department, but when it happens to do with people around you, not wanting people to put you out. Something about, if I get put out, why am I going to have the stress or anxiety? I'm over this. This is so simple. Your reading is really easy. Stress or anxiety over it. If it throws me off balance, it can go. I'm tired of being exhausted. Is your reading. Like, I get this weird, like, I don't want to be exhausted energy on you. You'll cut it out, is what it tells me. You'll cut it out, or you'll realign yourself back to yourself. Because you have the Knight of, you'll recognize it as something that's dampening your attitude, your vibe. The Emperor reversed. Clarify the next card, please. So some of you had already dwelled on this, is what it's saying. And if you feel like you can't trust it, you won't look back, is what it tells me. And you won't move towards it. It doesn't excite you anymore with the Knight of Wands reversed. What once did doesn't anymore. I'm over it. What used to excite you, and it's a love situation. So if a lover tried to approach you or talk to you, you're like, nah, I'm stronger than I used to be, or I'm strong enough to see through your shit, is your energy. I don't feel like anybody can make you feel like the damned man, or downed, like the damaged woman right now. I feel like you're not. I feel like you've moved out of that energy. I feel like you're more striving on your own, and for your own success, not wanting to be bound by situations that have been long, that have been long and gone, that you've put behind you, you've put to sleep. Ace of, you're looking for the great fortune to show up. I'm done. I'm over it. This is what your reading is. You're looking for the great fortune to show up, and I do feel like you're opening up to your awareness. I do feel like you're expanding more to your awareness for the zodiac sign of Taurus. So you got some good stuff coming, to be honest, with what I saw for you. What I saw for Taurus, you guys have some good stuff coming up for you. Anything else for you? I'll give you a little bit more. We'll move to Gemini. But Red Bull time. Ooh. Doesn't taste as good as it usually does. Ooh. I'm giving it to you. Doesn't want to go back in. Wants to fight. Learning. You're really trusting the process right now. And I think that's where you're supposed to be. I don't know if I started with this card with you, but I could have sworn I did. I feel like that you're where you're supposed to be, and you're supposed to give comfort to those you can, but also to yourself. You're kind of, sometimes it's better to have that thick skin, like leather skin, and I feel like you're learning to accept that reality. Clarify it. And it does tell me too, you'll be patient with the next love situation. A lot of you have reached, that level of experience, that level of self-trust, to where if you can't trust it, you're not going to be bothered by it. You get a little excited about it, but then you won't really, you'll let it come towards you, but you'll be patient with what? With love. Because you'll want to make sure it's not something that's just going to come in and out of your life. A lot of you don't want to do this again, if that's what it's going to be, is what it's telling me. A lot of you have had these thoughts because you've been busy on your own. You've had time to figure out what hasn't worked in the past, and that you want a true emperor or love situation to come out correct. Not in the toilet like it has in the past. I do feel like you're gonna look at, I'm over it. I feel like you've looked at the situation in the past. The past card, I feel like the Fool is staring at the past situation and recognizing it might have been fool's love or fool's gold in a love situation. It's time to change the chapter. I also get this energy where you're not really worried about it, or balancing out that. You're more or less not wanting to fear doing things on your own, or being stuck in situations that make you feel uncomfortable, or unwarranted, whatever that's about, unwarranted energy. If it makes you feel unwarranted, you want to leave it at the wayside. It's almost like if it makes you feel uneasy, you don't want to be around it. And I feel like you're going to stick with that for a while and stick with yourself for a while. And that's the grounds that you stand on. And that's what you're trusting at this time. That's what I have for you. And I don't think it's the wrong awareness. I think it's you going through a transformation. You may be feeling like you're being a little stubborn or hard on yourself. No, maybe you're just closing off because you know what's best for you with the Hermit card. The Hermit's with trusting within inside of yourself. And I think you may be doing that. And there's nothing wrong with trusting yourself more. The more you learn to trust yourself, the better off you are for yourself and usually for other people if you have a strong mindset and if you're honest. Okay. Thank you for the super sticker. All right. Gemini in a second. We'll go back to the chat, comments. Ooh, Gemini. Geminini. What's up, my Gemininis? Gemini. Oh, I was gonna say, don't go out. That'd be a sign like quit now. You know I wouldn't. I'm stubborn as hell. Stubborn as hell. Oh, look at you showing up in your own shit. One split. Here we go. Gemini. What do we got for Gemini? Are you in a phase of trying to trust what you see? I get this weird, I need to trust what I see or what I feel energy on you. What the fuckity fuck is that about? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Let's go, Gemini. Oh, you jumped. That's for you. I feel like there's nothing that's going to hinder you from the past, or you had to acknowledge this. And I also get this weird, I had to acknowledge this. I got to let go energy. I keep seeing these bears, and you can't be surrounded by things that you felt of comfort that weren't really comforting, or they were at one point, but it's almost like at one point you felt like love struck or love bound or tied till we die, like death do us part kind of energy. And then all of a sudden the bear became dirty and old, stinky, smelly, whatever the fuck. It just became stagnant as shit. And it was like you became aware of it with that Hermit card revert or whatever. Let's keep going. Gemini, show me something. Could be very fortunate right now with the Four of Coins. You could either be very fortunate or heading towards that, or it's just coming towards you. And I'm going to say very unexpected. I don't feel like this man was paying attention to what was behind him in this picture. I feel like he was paying attention to what was in front of him. And so it might be a very abundant time for you, / truth and clarity. You may also get a lot of truth and clarity or come to a resolution. I get this weird resolution energy. And this could be around business. This could be around business, or I'm going to tell you around work, or being successful for yourself. Somebody out there, I get this energy where it's like, I get this weird feeling with you. I just felt it in the bottom of my gut where you're doing stuff, but it's almost like you're noticing more than you used to, but you're resisting letting it out, or you're only letting it out with a certain few. You're not saying everything to everybody, but you're on course, or you're on the right track right now. It's almost like if there was a track that you were running around and the track was broken at one part, you just jump over where it's cracked or broken, where the other person falls on the crack or falls down, scuffs their knee. You don't. Not right now. You also I get this weird, why do I get this weird, I want to invest in something that makes me have a good time off of that Four of Coins, but I don't have the time, or I need to create the time. Something about wanting to create the time, the happiness. Something about creating time and happiness. I didn't know that was there. Let's keep going. You're definitely abundant right now, though. Now you got the Ace of Coins. So you could be I get this. I want to look to the future. I feel like you want to look to the future. You may be stuck in excitement and trying to let go of judgments that made you, that at one time did make you happy, that fell out of. I'm going to tell you. So I feel like you're facing illusions. I feel like there's some point where you were stuck with believing something could be more than it was, and you've released it. Something about you released it. You may have had to open the gates or the doors to the situation and accept the change. Acknowledge something needed to be cut away from you. Some of you, it was an earth sign, air sign, by the way. Could have been an earth sign, air sign, water sign. Whatever the situation was, I don't feel like it was making you feel comfort or validated. You didn't feel validated. You didn't feel like you could trust it. It might have made you feel kind of like queasy. I get this queasy, nauseated feeling. Somebody may have gained weight because of it. And I feel like you're not working towards it. I feel like what you've decided is, you know what, that's got to come to a halt. I can't run towards a situation that had me feeling like this. I feel like you've learned that. It probably was a love situation. This is something to do with a love situation. You might have found yourself your eating habits changing. Some of you, it might have changed for the worse, where you weren't eating correctly and eating enough. Others of you, it's the complete opposite, where you were eating too much. And I think you became aware of that. Whoa, what's that all about? I'm almost done. Put it up now. I know some people don't like when I smoke. It happens. Ew, the cigarettes are so gross. Shut up and get online so I can say something in your chat. Bitch. I didn't think so. All right, here we go. Gemini. All right, the moon, the fool, and love. I feel like when it came to love predictions, or you wanting to predict or be aware of a situation, you didn't want to feel foolish. I feel like you hated to waste your time, or you look back at a situation that made you feel like you wasted your time. Definitely could have been with an earth sign, water sign, air sign. Keep getting earth, air, and water on you. Somebody that may not have really wanted to come forward with opening up. Something about they wouldn't open up with you. It stressed you out too much. And you said, you know what? It's time to keep on trucking. I feel like you said, I got to trust my guidance, my wisdom. This is not the course of direction I'm supposed to go from. And you had to learn the lessons. Something about the lessons were important, so you could be the victor. So you could be the magician and recognize your own talents, skills, and abilities and manifest what you truly desire. I really like your reading. That just shows me it's almost like you had to go through shit. You know that saying, shit runs downhill? I feel like you were running uphill and something was weighing you down, and you were trying to not let it deter you. And you knew, if I just don't focus on it, I win. And I think you're going to continue to see the win or the gain for you to get that ace of coins that you had. The wheel, I feel like things are going to start rolling uphill for you, just moving in your favor. Go to the bottom. As far as love goes, there's probably somebody brand new or somebody you've already dealt with. I don't feel like it's an ex. I'm going to tell you right now, it's definitely not an ex. The communication with an ex might feel very childish. This tells me, if you have the wheel, the 8 of Wands reversed, and then the page and the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands, whoever you dealt with, like when you try to speak with them, communicate with them, it feels very childish or like child's play. It's not fun. It's very uncomforting. And then you went from that to you're not wanting to stress about it or lose sleep on it anymore. You're more focused on new excitement or the excitement that's in front of you. The Emperor is reversed, though, with the Knight of Swords. I don't feel like you're willing to rush towards something. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Unless it feels like the right move. Straight up. I feel like you're aware that you will be very, very careful or methodical, smart about the next love investment. You're like, nope, it's got to feel good. It's got to feel right. I've already been there and I'm not going fucking backwards. And I feel like that's a good place to be. I feel like that's a good place to be. I do feel like you have this giddy excitement, though, of having pleasure. Work might have been stressing you out too, is what it's telling me. Yep, there you are. So you might have also been stressed out with work or the environment or the mishaps that go on at work, or people not identifying your worth. Something about your worth at work. This is what I have for you, my lovely Geminis. I don't think anybody can touch you though. And you know why I say that? I feel like you have a really strong manifestation power within inside of you. I feel like other people may not like seeing the abilities and the talents, and they're wanting to figure out how to do what you're doing or become as strong as you. Some of them they may look at. So somebody could be. It's almost like somebody wants to toot their horn like they're better than you, when really they need to learn how to be better than themselves were yesterday, last week, last year. Something like that kind of energy around you. It's not everybody around you. It's one or two. It may be two, could be three at most. I get one or two. There could be two that fucking talk about you, and it's just like, what the fuck are they wasting their time for? Usually when somebody has something to keep saying about somebody else, it's because they're unhappy or because they don't want to tolerate bullshit. So it depends on where you are. I want a little more for you. I was going to stop reading. I want a little bit more now. I just want to see what else we get. That's all you're getting for shuffle, though. Show me something else for Gemini, please. Chariot's reversed. Keep the mindset that nothing's going to get in your way. Whatever this is about, I feel like if you're a mom or you've been working hard, very diligent with situations, trying to do I get this. I've been doing it all on my fucking own energy, and I'm tired. I'm fucking so tired. I don't have time for me. Like, but you're not wanting to be like mad with yourself, but you're mad with the situation. What the fuck? But this is what I'm getting on you. And it's like, don't do that. Just believe in having the power of what is in front of you, and that you've always had the power. And it's just going to make you more powerful. Give me something. Be patient. Be patient with the outcome, and trust the process is what you really, I would tell you. I think you have truth and clarity too, that no matter where you are now, or what you've been facing now, or what you don't like to deal with now, or feels intolerable to deal with, that you have the truth clarity to reach, to refine it, to still to look at it, but still keep a very progressive happiness, a very proactive attitude. Good. That's very good. You continue to be that magician. You continue to be that person. I was waiting for that to show back up. I was like, I'm not going to stop till the bit shows back up. And there you are. Some of you, some of you know about this, but then others of you, I feel like you're just waiting for excitement. Some of you could feel like you're waiting for excitement, or you don't want to long for it for too long, for something to be exciting in the bedroom. Celebration. Some of you could feel like a commitment isn't showing up or going to happen, or if you have the time to wait, or if it's the right investment. Something, I don't know, before I pulled the 4 coins, if it was the right investment. All right, here we go. The wheel. Things are looking good for you in love. It may be a couple months, couple years before things switch towards that love situation that really tickles or fancies your happiness. But I do feel like it's going to shift for you. And I do feel like it's all about you trusting it. And I also feel like you just have to wait. I feel like you have to wait and continue to go towards the things that are good for you. Don't let anything from the past stress you out or lie to you or make you feel unbalanced. Just accept the changes that you've learned from. See how that person's looking back like they've learned from the situations? I feel like you're going through that. And I feel like you're also going to have to be the one with strong communication. Holy shit, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of I'm over it. I feel like you're going to have to be the one with the strong communication. And I also feel like while you've had to do this, you've had to let go of a situation that you didn't want to, but you knew the best course of action was to keep it at a motherfucking distance. And that was the decision that needed to be made. Something needed to be cut out of your life. It was the correct judgment, but it was hard to believe in yourself and trust yourself that you could have that forward action. That you have a very, I needed to be independent on my own and focus on the abundance and so material happiness and love happiness, the right counterpart, and not focusing on what you've already dealt with. That's what it shows me was important for Gemini. And that's what's going to end up putting the smile on Gemini's face. That's your reading, Gemini. All right. I hope you're liking these. I know it's been like a month. I haven't been here for a while. I know. I'm late. I know. And I got to hold my lip. Whoops. Open my mouth a little too wide on that one. All right, Cancer. Here we go. Cancer. Trust me, there's so many story times I could tell you guys where I've dealt with people that it's ridiculous. It's goddamn ridiculous. Where I'm like, imagine standing in front of somebody. I come out here and I do this, but when I'm in your presence, I'm a total different person. Like, I'm calm, I'm collective, but I can really read into a situation and they have no fucking clue. I mean, no fucking clue. No, they are so far from reality, it's pathetic. What can be really, what you can do with energy, where I'm not. And I'm sitting there and I'll listen to what they have to say and I'm like, this fucking person's, how fucking old are you? And that's as far as you've learned. Like, it's sad, but it's true. You know, and how the fuck do you have that position? One, you don't do shit. And two, you just asked me, you just brought up this other fucking guy that's going to leave work. And I just told you, yeah, he's got cancer, right? Yeah, they were talking about it when you weren't here at work. Looks at me all confused and shit. And I'm like, bitch, you have no idea. Here we go. I can't stand stupid people. Balance, 3 of coins, 2 of coins, 4 of celebration. But why do I feel like you feel left in the desert or left behind, emotionally trying to accept it? You might have even tried to accept this with doing things or being on scene, on set, going out, movie, concert, whatever the fuck you're doing. Some of you could have traveled to like a cliff or by the water, whatever the fuck. I don't see a cliff, but I don't see it on the tarot. But so I get nature or ocean. Not wanting something about I can't feel devastated anymore. Knowing you need to cut free of that. Some of you could have to pertain to family or a child. 2 of Wands. Some of you may feel like somebody's never going to make a decision when it comes towards moving towards you, or you're feeling like you're better to stay at a distance at this time, that it'll just cause conflict or chaos. Well, sometimes change is the ideal motive or things to focus on in life. Don't focus on the things that feel out of balance, Cancer. When we focus on that, instead of focusing on what we should, we kind of miss out on things that we shouldn't. And I totally can correlate with that, whether I've seen it for myself or I've watched other people identify with it. And it causes anxiety, stress, sleepless nights. Fuck all that. Who needs that? So you could be stressed about the communication with whether I don't feel like I'm getting a love situation here. I feel like I'm reading a child situation or the connection you had with a mother, not having the best connection with a mom, whoever the fuck that's for. Like maybe you were closer with your dad. The judgment with your mom might have felt like teeth grinding, something about like nerve wracking. You might have not felt like attached to it, or you might have felt. I just get like you felt like the odd one out. I don't want to say undervalued, but overlooked. Definitely overlooked. And I feel like you're trying not to let that get to you, and you feel like what's going on in a situation around you is going in circle. I feel like what may have happened once to you as a child is resurfacing as an adult. What the fuck? Here we go. Give me something else for Cancer. I do get this. I want to establish more hope with the Knight of Cups, the 7 of Wands, the World. The 8 of Coins reversed is you might be feeling like you're stuck on how to figure this out, how to attain the happiness or get there. Sometimes the key is to be patient or to open up. Sometimes the message is simple. Open up, manifest and believe you can open up a situation. If it feels closed off now, it's only because you believe that it's closed off now. See, if you focus on the negative, that's what you're going to move towards, or that's what's going to move towards you, or it'll stay at a distance from you. And I feel like you're trying to figure out how to balance stuff out, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like things of building momentum. So I get this, I want momentum, but I'm not sure of how to make it work energy on your reading. The Magician. Don't have that mentality. Every time you think about that, think about what you have to offer that's of value. Think about what that other person has to offer that is of value. You could also be trying to work hard or find the right career. You're very unhappy with your career, some of you. It just doesn't feel like it was something you may have been interested or connected with in the past may not feel like the right fit as of now. I'm over it. I said that, and look at the card I dropped right after. So emotionally invested with the past, but I feel like you're stuck on a money thing with the past, and it feels career oriented. Some of you, it could be a child situation. Awareness of the Fool to the Hierophant to the White. Some of you are trying not to look at the emotional defeat. Some of you feel like you can't stress about it right now, emotionally open up to it. And then the Death card. You feel like you've transformed. And some of you have this, I need to move on. It's causing too much anxiety or fear. When all I want is balance, justice reversed, but it's not showing up with the Page of Coins reversed. I get this, I'm sick of fighting an uphill battle energy, whatever that's about. This definitely feels family oriented. And I do feel like the problem is the lack of communication in the situation. And I feel like you fucking know it. Strength in reverse, 3 of Swords. I almost feel like it's too exhausting, or you feel like there's too many interruptions or problems that can be healed. The High Priestess, stop telling yourself that. The Page of Wands. Sometimes negative thinking is the best thinking to cut out. You can't have a negative mindset and move in a positive direction. You also may have blamed yourself for the situation. Sometimes it is right to look at a situation where you were the blame, as hard as it is to admit. Sometimes if you can reach that, you're learning and you're growing. If you can't reach that, you could be holding on to a situation or just feeling like poor me, when really you're not the victim. You're not the victim in the situation. I feel like you're just feeling out of control, out of sorts, or confused on how to be proactive with the situation moving forward. Let's do a little bit more. I gave you every card, but I want to dig a little bit deeper. Why the fuck not? Let's see what we got. Here we go. Give me a little more for Cancer, please. I just want to see what else comes out for Cancer, whatever else comes out for you. It feels like it's you and another, so I'm just going to give you 2 shuffles. There we go. Cancer. Show them. There you are. Cancer. Here we go. What do we got? Hangman reversed. So you're not wanting to be stuck. I feel like you're wanting to move from things that make you feel stuck, or like you're not moving forward. Some of you, this is in love. This is also letting go of things that you feel like you can't trust. So you have I'm worried about something. So you have I miss something energy. Does it miss me energy? Or vice versa energy. That's the energy that's coming towards you that I'm picking up on the cards. But you also have an energy where I'm not willing to fight or be upset or stress out or have big anxiety. I get a big anxiety or fear energy on the outcome. Something about how it turns out. Feeling like you have to strive forward on your own, fending on your own, but knowing it's not giving you the passion or the excitement you're looking for. It definitely could be child oriented, something you want to see start to move or build in the right direction, move or build in the right direction. You're excited or hoping to see the change. Do one thing. That is sort of about rushing towards it. And that's what you're wanting to see happen. That's what you're wanting to see balance out, because you really care about the situation. And you'd be lying to me if you said you didn't. That's what I have for Cancer. Phew, shit. I hope it works out for the best. You did be patient, but I'm going to tell you, sometimes you can't just wait for everything to show up. especially if you're very attached to what you want to see change. You sometimes your answer is just to take action to see one thing change. I'm over it. I'm over it. You got to move your ass. That's what I got for you, Cancer. And you may be going through the process of figuring that out as I speak to you. Some of you are aware that it's something you should have done, but you're just not doing it yet. I'm going to say something I wouldn't typically like to say, but it's very true. The longer you wait, the harder it'll be. The longer you wait, the harder it'll become. I don't know why, but I need to say that. The longer you wait, the harder it'll become, or the more resentment that'll get built up against you. So, and we all deal with different situations. So whether you're a mother and a child, a mother, if you're a mother or a father with a child or whatever you're not willing to deal with, or you're trying to be patient with, or you feel like you need to have the awareness or wait for the right balance, I'm telling you, you're keeping yourself at a distance from happiness, and you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that or allowing that, because what you're looking at now, you're not looking at the effect it's going to cause later, where some people will be very vocal about it. Others won't say a goddamn word, and they'll look at the situation where were you 20 years ago? Why didn't you show up 10 years ago? Why didn't you show up 5 years ago? And I want you to look at this if you're older than me from a younger person's perspective, especially if you're dealing with somebody younger. Think of somebody younger than me that might even be snappier than me with their thoughts. There you go. That's what I have for Cancer. Okay. You don't want to be the person they blame. In other words, that was what the message was for Cancer. Don't give them more reason to blame a situation. It's better to be the bigger counterpart of a situation, no matter the outcome. Through friendships, through spirituality, through love, I've had to learn that fucking hard lesson. We all have to learn that hard lesson. There's nothing wrong with that. Doing the right thing or putting the shoe on the right foot is better than having 2 left feet, right? And furthermore, it'll give you peace of mind. It'll let them know you care. It'll make it to where they'll have to come to the conclusion or situation and deal with it for themselves. It gets you free of it. It can also bring in blessings towards you, but it isn't about the blessing that in my eyes, it's not about the blessings that are coming. This is for, let's go back, because it's probably people are going to think I'm reading Leo. I'm still on Cancer. So it's about the blessings that blessings can show up. It isn't so much being stuck on those blessings that can show up. I might have to go pee, guys. I'm sorry. That Red Bull just made me feel like I had to pee like crazy. It's 16 ounce. Yeah, it's 16 ounce can. Oh my God. Side note, but I just get this energy where it's like, just get it done now or soon. The longer you procrastinate on a situation, the more you're going to be resented. Especially if they view a situation different, or were told something else, or told by a different party, or told by you, or vice versa, whatever the fuck happened. Don't let that keep riding out, because it's going to be harder to fix it, whoever that's for. That's just a piece of advice. All right, now to Leo. Leo! Ooh. Leo, we may interrupt this reading for a quick pee-pee in the toilet. I've got to piss like a racehorse. Oh my God. I've been losing weight. I went down 2 inches on my waist. Feeling good. Leo, what's going on? Probably should eat more. Are you focused on stability? A bit much? And I fucking know I am. I'm working like 63 hours fucking a week overnight. It's one thing to say you're working like 60 hours a week. Try pulling that shit off overnight and doing like half days. It's fucking intense. Like 13-hour days. That's why you guys haven't seen me. I've been pulling so much weight. I am so fucking tired. It feels like I wake up to go to work. I go to sleep, hang out with my kid for a little bit, just to go back to work. And not every night. Some nights it feels like I don't even have that little bit of time with him. But here we go. Leo, what do we got for you? Got more shuffles. goal-oriented or wanting to work towards a goal. I'm going to say something weird. Work towards the goal. But don't let your imagination get the best of you. Somebody needs to hear. I don't know why I feel like I'm looking at the clouds, but don't let your imagination get the best of you, because I feel like some are allowing that to happen right now for the zodiac sign of Leo. I am going to say, oh, there you are, Leo. And I am going to say, I do feel like it's the women doing that. Not all of you, but some of you women are doing that. Some of you are letting your imagination carry you deeper in, but you're not. I get that you're believing in a situation that isn't really believable. So it's like you're trying to believe in the right thing, but you're not focusing on the right thing. Or your focus is misconstructed or misconstrued. Whatever the fuck, I don't care. Let's keep going. I can't. I just got to continue the message. Clarify the sun card, please. Some of you could also feel a challenge. You could feel challenged by authority. What the fuck? That could go for either gender, by the way. Let's keep going. Show me something for Leo. Let's hear for the zodiac sign of Leo, please. Clarify it. I bet you're going to get deceptive. If you don't get deceptive cards, I'll be shocked. Something feels weird about this reading. The Emperor. The Strength card, you again. You got to be bold right now. Some of you are going to need to be bold. Clarify that. Not only with the way you think towards the world or situations, but towards love. The next chapter in love. Okay, so some of you have been stuck in the past, is what it's telling me, in a love situation or the feelings of it. What in the fuck? The message I'm getting for you is very, very specific. I feel like you're supposed to own that shit and learn from it and let it go. Let it go. The Emperor, be bold. The Strength card, know what's best. Have the integrity to recognize that you know your own worth. And there's your fucking Deception card. Fucking knew it was coming. I knew that shit was showing up. I could feel it. I could feel it, and I have to be so bad. Be careful with lying communication coming at you too. There could be liars amongst you. Liars are people that like to misconstrued or false concept. So you have to, I'm going to tell you a couple of weird things. Watch out for misconception with people, or lying, or negativity. Negativity is not your friend right now. Negativity is fighting against you. Negativity is not wanting to see you win towards your goals. Negativity is wanting to put you here. So you've got to be careful with what you focus on. This is a time where you're in a transition. Something about you're going through a transition. And you've got to see it for what it is. Here we go. Give me something else. Clarify that. Why is the Nine of Cups here? Ooh, flipped over. So some of you are in a transition, but you're also wanting excitement or entertainment in your life. Something about I want excitement and entertainment. Some of you are ready to get some very spiritual, affectionate behavior dealt with and done. Some of you want that growth. I almost want to say desperately, and you're not trying to focus on anything that upsets you, causes you anxiety. You're not even looking at it. I feel like right now your eye is on. It's almost like you're focusing on goal-oriented money situations or sustainability, but wanting celebrations at the same time. So it's telling me that you want to have it all financially, but you also want love. It keeps rehearsing the same message in front of me, that you want love. You may be tired of feeling confused or lied to as well, or hate being stressing. So you could be stressing over money or what was done in a family situation. A family situation could have made you feel like you were the outcast, or you were separated, or might have even given you this weird anxious feeling where the easiest way not to focus on it was with career or with knowing that you can have feelings towards something brand new, whatever that's about. This is going to be the reading to where it's somebody that you, if you were in a love situation, something that you tolerated in the past, you won't tolerate again. You're like, nope, 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 nope. Hell to the no. I want it to go in the pot, not to fall off the scale. You're like, hell no. If you felt confused about what's going to be right, you're training your mind. I get this. I'm training my mind, but I need to learn to be patient with believing what I can manifest and transform myself into. And I feel like if you do it and you really practice it, you really go within, you'll get that victory. I'm over it. You really go within, you're going to get that victory. There's the Hermit card. You'll get it. I don't feel like you want to be stuck with broken communication or be silenced or ridiculed when it comes to how you feel about love. I also feel like an ex, if they try to come back, you tell them no. That's for the women Leos. I feel like you say, no, I don't want your business. I don't want to deal with you. I'm not going to be fooled by it. Something about, I don't feel like you're the right one energy. I get like you're not the right one. And I feel like I need to move on. I'm better off on my own. You might have felt like you were forced in this direction. You might have felt like they pushed the button and you had to ride the fucking waves, whatever that's about. And I do feel like you're a woman. You may have had, I'm over it. You may have had children in this situation or scenario, or you may have even been married. Something about married, I do feel like you're really focused on what you can achieve now and not looking backwards. Also not wanting anxiety or fear over a situation that you once cared about. Just breaking free of old habits, old situations, or old things that used to upset you, trigger you, make you upset completely with that Eight of Swords in reverse. The things that have ended, you're becoming aware of, and I feel like you're looking for that new communication. Go to the bottom. Thank you for the super chat. Some of you have learned that the communication that you didn't get, or that somebody may have walked out of your life, and those were the best changes that could have happened to you. So you could walk into the life that was the life that was going to make you feel more of a fit. So you either had to walk away or they walked away. It does feel like they walked away from you. The Three of Cups reversed, and justice, balance. I feel like you're really trying to balance situations out. You have like, I want to be harmonious, but I want action to happen, and I don't want to feel. You almost feel secluded within your own emotion, or like it doesn't get. You have this. I don't feel like it's going to get any easier energy when it comes to dealing with a past situation or separation. That's not going to get any easier, but it's what's done is done. What's written is written. I'll give you a little more. I don't know. It was parts of that felt like both genders. Most of that felt like women. Most of that reading felt like a woman's read. Just to be fucking honest. I just felt like that one, powerful on that one more than typical. Typically, I don't even like to say that, but definitely I can't stop. I can't get rid of it. Hold on. Give me something for Leos. One more message, please. Or two. Leo. What's the message for Leo? You get 3 more shuffles. What's the message for Leo, please? Conflicts. Watch out for conflicts. Battles. Something about, you're still getting 1 more shuffle, but that card, if it jumps, it comes out. Conflicts and battles. Give me some clarification for Leo, please. Stay ahead of the course. Something like that. Let them be what they are. If you have to deal with conflicts or things don't feel like they're coming full circle, let them be what they are. Or there is deceptive energy you got to be careful with around you. So there are people around you, or there's energy around you that emotionally, I feel like they have so many issues with their past that they're trying to make it part of your problem. Cut free of that shit. Don't let it bother you. Don't think another second about it. It isn't your battle to deal with. It isn't something you're meant to balance out. I feel like you got to stay grounded and focus on what's good for you and aim to go in that direction. I feel the need to say aim to fight for that direction, to move towards that direction. If something makes you feel confused or at a halt, is it really worth looking back at or trusting knowing what to do with yourself? That's the key. And that's going to open up a very abundant or powerful foresight, hindsight, however you view that. If you've been worried about love situations, stop. The message is stop. Cups reversed. King. So I have the Knight of Cups reversed. The King of Cups reversed. Be aware that you can still build them, or they can still show up. Don't focus on them either right now. Let it be. Eight of Cups reversed. Because it's telling me to let it be because you're focused on it. Is what it is for Leo. So there's Leo, man or woman out there that's so focused on the love situation happening or wanting it to happen. This is deep inside of you too. This is something, whether you think, oh no, I don't do that. I don't do that. You fucking do that. Then you're trying to suppress what you do. Holy shit. Give me something else for you. I got the Two of Cups reversed and the Temperance. You're going to have to be patient. Two of Cups is reversed. You're going to have to be patient with love. Maybe with love, putting yourself first or making the right decisions. Why is the Five of Swords reversed? Stay on course with yourself. Don't worry about endings. I feel like that's something you've been focusing on, is career and endings. And you got these cards again, and now it's the reverse. But you need to be aware. You need to be aware of what you've dealt with. Stay aware or attuned with what you've already had to deal with. What's behind you? That is your message. Don't let the past creep up on you, and don't focus on a reality that's non-existent or that's incoherent to your existence. Something like that. Whew. All right. Let's go to a Virgo. I don't know if I'm going to make it the whole time before. I might have to pause and go upstairs and go take a pee-pee break. And I need a paper towel. My coffee is sweating like crazy. The hell is that? Food or something? All right. Virgo. Here we go. Virgo. What do we got for you, Virgo? Virgo, baby. Trust in the process. Some of you need to trust in the process. I get like you won't. Some of you aren't trying to worry about a love situation, or it's a work situation. Love or work, whatever. I didn't even see the word card. I just feel love or work with you. Not wanting to worry about having enough money or leaving a job or starting a new one. What the hell? I don't know. Let's keep going. Yeah. Why do you want balance? What's going on with balance? Emotional acceptance with what? I feel like you're trying not to let things get to you. Keep them cut away. You're not letting things. So Virgo's in a mindset where they just want peace of mind. They want to relax. I feel like you don't want to have a stressful setting in your energy right now. And I do feel like you've been practicing this for like 6 months, whether it was a love connection or a stability situation. It could be both for some of the Virgos watching. Definitely could be both of you trying to manifest a change, not only with money, health, or love. Some of you, it's all three. For you to get the Hierophant, the coins reversed, three cards almost consecutively with the way I'm feeling towards your reading. You could have had health issues, health problems that slowed you down work-wise, or that you felt, whether it was you or somebody close to you, something like that had happened, is what it's making me feel like. The Empress. You probably were a woman that dealt with this. So it was you who had health issues, complications, or a child. With the Empress upright. The Hangman, Two of Wands, Eight of Cups. You're sick of being confused or misled. You do not want to speak with anybody that you feel like was just going to fall off in a matter of time. And you're hiding how you feel about it, or you're not admitting. You might have went through that. I do get this energy. You might have went through this. You might have went through the feeling like you were the issue. I do feel like you had to fight to really rationalize the situation. Maybe even some of you might have had to put your head to work or be creative, focus on yourself, what you want more for yourself. It does feel work oriented, or get more busy with your own time to not focus on what had happened that made you feel like you were to blame, or putting the blame on you. I feel like you just didn't, Queen of Wands reverse, you didn't want to stress about a situation that didn't grow or build. So something didn't manifest the way you would have liked to seen it manifest with those two queens. So it could have been two women. It might have been you and another woman that you wanted to see grow and manifest, whether it was a daughter, a mother, whatever the hell. You could have also been just trying to establish a connection with your health and career and not stress about that while you're feeling like somebody's lying. It's a toxic energy, I feel like. Could have been a toxic man. Definitely could have been a toxic man. I said that and 3 men came out. 4 men. So you've been really wanting things to balance out. You've been looking for forward progress and growth. Very, very, very strategic forward progress and growth. I feel like you don't want things to bother you, upset you. I'm over this. I feel like you don't want things to bother you or upset you. You're letting it go. Look at that. You're letting it go. You've cut free of what? Fear and anxiety. It's good for you. Knight of Coins. You also want to get excited about seeing somebody or moving towards a love situation. Some of you may start talking to somebody from a distance or already have. Strength card. 2 of Swords. 8 of Swords reversed. Page of Wands. You're going to start communicating. Some of you are going to communicate with a connection from a distance, is what it's telling me. For you to go from strength to the 2 of Swords to not being bothered by situations or outcomes anymore, to having communication and playful communication. And it looks like it's something that you may move towards, and it does look like it's something that's at a distance, and that might be why it takes a little time before you hit the happiness or pull the trigger. The Fool, take the leap, take the risk towards what? A love situation. So some of you could blossom into a new love situation or start moving towards that, whether it's locally or it's at a distance. So some of you, maybe it's down the road. Others of you, it is at a distance. That's what I'm seeing for Virgo. Anything else for Virgo? I'm going to give you a little more. I feel like yours was shorter than the other ones. So I'll give you a little bit more. Anything else for Virgo? I hope I don't burst my bladder. Oh my God. Here we go. Virgo. Anything else for you? Zodiac. Virgo. Show me. Show me something. What do you got? Chariot. Things may have felt like at a halt. Emotionally sucked for a while. I feel like you've triumphed over that. I feel like you've learned how to pull yourself out of a rut. It's fair and square simple. I feel like that's what you're doing. Maybe you took a lot of self-love or acknowledgement to recognize if things weren't moving in your favor, it's okay to accept that they weren't working out and just to put the work and effort where it belongs. I don't feel like I get this. I didn't want to be distracted, or I did believe I could manifest, but at the same time, I knew I couldn't do it with a certain situation. Certain situation needed change, drastic change, and it might have been with finances, health, or children, or with love. Last condition would have been love, but your own growth, getting balanced with your own growth, not worrying about what's been done, and focusing on your stability. It has a lot to do with you really looking at a situation at every angle. You focused on a lot, and I get the energy like you may have opened up to a few. I just don't get the energy where you may have told them every bit and cranny or piece, whatever that's about. Like you didn't want to. You did, but you didn't. I don't know why. I just get this silence energy on you. Like you held your tongue more than you would have liked to, but it was just easier. Shuffle. Your cards last. I love it. So, and then there's this after you, which I wasn't going to do, but I'm going to do. Anything you're putting to work, or anybody that tries to come against you or put a wrench in the equation, the situation, at one point you might have felt like you had to deal with it or move with it until I think you recognized, what the hell am I dealing with this for? I'm stronger than that. I feel like Virgo said, no, you know what? I'm stronger than that. This isn't fair. This isn't working out. Something wasn't playing for keeps. And I think you realized it was out of balance. And instead of struggling with it, it became part of the past. I think it taught you a lesson. I think you went through a big lesson. And I think emotionally, it might have matured you. I can't fucking believe I get to say it. I'm like, where's the mature card? I'm like, I think it might have matured you. Like I was feeling that before I had the top roll, before you showed up. And there it is. I do feel like it matured you. I feel like it spawned you into a better version of yourself, or Virgo. That's a good reading. I like your reading. Let's go to Libra. Libra. All right, in a minute we'll start with Libra. Libra. When I think of the zodiac sign of Libra, I think of like the bra on a vehicle. Remember like the trend in the 90s where they put the bra on the front end? Libra. Make a decision, would you, Libra? Let's see what you get. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. What's going on with Libra's energy? You've been working a lot, Libra. I get this weird, I've been working a lot, or that's all my focus has been on, is work, work, work. Workity, workity, work! Sorry that I screamed in your ear, Libra, in the 12 zodiac signs, but the other 11. I'm over it. You're all about work. You're all about work, and you know it. You know it. Queen of coins, you working your ass off? Are you working towards a goal? I feel like you've been in this work mindset and you just can't shake it. Shake and bake. You ain't shaking shit. Here we go. Let's keep going. I don't know. What do we got for Libra? Some of you aren't answering a phone call. No, Becky. No, Jonathan. No, Tabby. No, Derek. No, Stewie. No, Leon. Whoever the fuck you are. I feel like you're happy on your damn own. Emotionally noticing it. You may have also felt like you were lied to. Or somebody wouldn't be honest about. I get this. They wouldn't be honest with their feelings. And I think it made you really look at the situation. I get you were hoping they would speak up, but they didn't too. They may feel foolish or felt like it wasn't the right time. Or it might have just felt off for both of you. You might have had this weird, awkward, emotional, like, no, it doesn't feel emotionally correct feeling. Hold on. 10 of Wands. Somebody felt unsure about if it's the right thing to speak up or emotionally bond. What? I'm over this. You felt like when it came to this, it was easier to move away from it. Focus on the things that are going to work for you. Run towards that. Somebody was very stubborn with the decision. I get those 2 wands made me feel like you couldn't change the mind of the Libra at all, or the other individual. It feels more like you, but it could have been the other individual. Page of coins, though. Are you steady working or thinking about how to make more work and also move towards love and be productive? You could feel like you're on the fence, though. Something about the hangman with the swords and the past. You could feel like you're caught up with the past, or like you should reconcile how you emotionally feel attached to it, or the conversations you didn't have, the outcomes that never were spoken on. I feel like you're aware that you should be talking about this at that point. That's the moon reversed. I feel like that's what's best. Even though it's behind you, let's speak about it. Let's put it to balance. And then put it to bed, kind of energy, whatever that's about. Somebody could also feel like if they do that, it's a waste of their time. You have a I don't want to be bothered or triggered reading, emotionally, trying to stay emotionally content. So you could feel like 1 minute you feel emotionally correct, the next minute you second guess those emotions. What? Oh my God. So this could have to do with something that happened with a child, by the way. A man or woman could have had a situation that happened to do with a child. I've got all three cards, and it feels like it stemmed with a child or some. So there's a man that looks at a woman that was like she was a child ass bitch, or vice versa, or something happened with a child. The Ace of Coins reversed. The High Priestess. Something happened where it might have broken up a celebration. I feel like at one point you wanted to invest in it, or I feel like it was like a teeter-totter reading. Like somebody was like, I can't trust the other person, or the other person won't open up, so why should I? And that's what happened. When all the situation needed is communication. I do feel like it's a situation you're over, or the other person's over. This could have been a child air sign. This could have been an adult mother or father air sign, or just an adult air sign. There's too much air here. Other sign it could have been is water. Justice reversed, Eight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. I feel like what it was missing is communication. You have the most communication out of every reading, and passion. Somebody left it behind them, or felt like it's not something that they can reconcile. With the Devil reversed, the Eight of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Cups reversed. The Knight of Coins is about basically growth and going. I feel like you were going towards your own desires, creations, or trying to trust the process of accepting the way things went. Just move on, wanting to move on from something that felt devastating or heart-wrenching. So there's a love situation where I feel like two people couldn't communicate or not argue, or feel without themselves, or like they were missing a part of themselves, or something they were attached to in this love situation. This is a fucking different reading than what I usually give Libra. I think strength, death, sun, Three of Swords. I feel like it became too overwhelming for you or the other party, or both. Could have been both of you, but it feels the end message is the three of. It became too overwhelming, or somebody could have became a third party. It does feel, I feel like, so either they made you a third party, or made you feel like a third wheel, or they just didn't appreciate you. Some of you, it's more or less you felt unappreciated, or you guys weren't willing to communicate on a healthy perspective that caused a rumble effect, a tumble, whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's way off. Let me give you a little more. Let's see. Libra. What do we have for Libra? Give me something else for Libra, please. Chariot. So did you move out? Did they move out? Somebody moved away, or decided to go on their own direction. Somebody's not looking back. I get this energy. I don't feel like I'm talking to you. I feel like somebody you dealt with is trying to move towards their happiness or establish it. They may feel lost or defeat. I get a defeat. Maybe it's from the past, or they're reconciling what they've done to you in the past, or what they've done repeatedly in the past. I feel like they're trying not to have fear or anxiety of their forward movement. And I do feel like now I'm getting the opposite person. I just said they're not wanting what? This card, fear and anxiety. It's the next card that was out, the World. Everything feels like it came down on them. And I feel like they're learning to own that, or they're trying to emotionally adapt on getting balance. Libra, I feel like they know this, and I feel like the only growth they can do is their own expansion. I don't think they can look for you for the answers. I feel like they'll come short. I feel like the message for you, for the other person you dealt with, is they have to learn how to manifest it. Guess what? They have to learn, not you. They have to learn how to move out of that situation or the scenario. Sometimes self-love is the best love you can offer. I'm over it. That's what I'm getting. Somehow they may have to face their demons or the toxicity parts, cut free of the things they don't want to face. They can't be confused or in la la land. They have to trust owning their own shit. And that's what's best in some relationships. So some of you, if you tried wow, this is crazy. I'm getting Libra. If you were to show them affection, they would be all about it. Shades be closed, door be shut, however you guys go about it, couch, bed, counter, whatever the hell. The person would still be all about the sexual encounter with you. But mentally, I don't feel like they have grown out of the attachment of the lack of communication or reciprocation or making the decision. Something about it has a lot to do with communication and growth. So I feel a trapped energy. Like you dealt with a trapped energy, or an energy that when it came to awareness, they weren't making the right judgments, and it caused heartbreak between you and the other. That's what I have for you, Libra. Why do you have to have such a hard reading? I want to give you like a beautiful reading, and I go through that, and I'm like, it is beautiful because it's an experience, but it's a hard experience. Anyways, we're gonna go to the next zodiac sign, which is Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio in a minute. Yeah. Scorpio. All right, you guys got to bear with me. I got to get up. I got to go pee. I can't hold it anymore, and I don't think it's good at this point for my bladder. Sorry, I'll be back. I am back. All right, back again. Whew. Oh, I used my shirt to wash my hands, so I got like water stains all over my shirt. Oh, somebody look up the numbers 808 and post it in the chat if you don't mind. If you don't mind. I just saw 808 on the clock because it was coming downstairs. I'm sure it'll say something about abundance. I feel it in my bones. But it'll say something about abundance. Guarantee it. Maybe even the universe, but I'm going to say abundance. Let's go. Here we go. Looking further, looking within, something along the lines of looking further, looking within, or abundance coming to you gracefully. If you decide to do that, I'll be here waiting, and maybe I'll get lucky enough to catch the comment. Here we go. Where we at? Scorpio. The past is behind Scorpio. We got 2 past cards. I love that. And then you are hiding, the past is hiding behind you. So this tells me right away, you're not letting the past get the best of you. Good, good. That makes me want to give you a kiss on the cheek. Is there a man you let go of? Was it a love situation that felt out of balance? Or did a situation that maybe made you feel stuck? Or I feel like there was a celebration you wanted to commit to that just didn't work out. I feel like you're so aware that it needed to be part of your past. I feel like it couldn't grow. There was no growth. There was no changing it. The only direction was to get away from it. So, there's your change. I feel like you knew it. I'm over it. I feel like you knew it. I said that. There's your card. You fucking knew it. See what I'm saying? You weren't confused. It wasn't your motherfucking imagination. It wasn't the fucking Barney the fucking dinosaur saying that's what's going on. No, you knew that it was a false love connection, or it was a lack, and it was a love buster. Basically, it was a sexual based connection. It was fucking lusty. And I feel like you're over that shit and you're focused on your manifestations with the star card upright. And you know that's where you get happiness from. It's from achieving. The Hermit is in front of. You're going after changes. You're not letting things confuse you. You're also not being stressed out about a love situation or the lack of one. Hell to the yeah. I don't think dick impresses you right now. Penis is like irrelevant, is what your readings tell me. I feel like you don't stress about that. I feel like you stress about finding what's going to make you happy. Some of you, it could be a career-based thing. Others of you, it could be finding the true love that's going to make you happy. But at the same time, clarify anything you can. What's with the awareness? I feel like you're aware that that's the direction you want. So some of you are going to go towards a love situation, and we'll clarify the love card in a minute. Others of you are going to go towards just manifesting what makes you happy, something that makes you feel very abundant. You're going to have to be patient and let this unfold. Some of you, it's a lover. It may not be the next connection, right? You may have to go through another hurdle or experience. Let something start to end just to move towards something better. And you may also feel like you're better off alone for a little while. I'm going to say a little while. Yes, that makes me feel completely like you'll feel like you want to stay alone. That is so much like a magician. You're going to want to stay alone and completely invest in yourself. I feel like if you entertain another person, if it was short-lived, you'll go right back to what you were doing, focusing on yourself. You won't care that there's no communication. You won't fucking look back. You just don't care. You have this I don't give a shit attitude. I've got to continue to go towards the direction that's going to make me happy. Your mind's been set on this. Your communication skills might actually start to, you may freshen up your communication, or you may meet something about with this black man in this picture. I got new alliance. Doesn't have to be a black person. Could be Asian, could be European, could be whatever they are. American, this one, that one, it doesn't matter. New alliances are letting go of things, old alliances, people that you work. So some of you are letting go of old connections and allowing new ones in, or you'll be creating something about that bird and that man. I'm done. You'll be creating new ones, or figuring out which ones are worth the investment going forward for Scorpio. Anything else? 8 of Wands to the Page of Cups. You may have some issues with a child or trying to help a child out. Maybe with trying to help them with the direction or where to go. Some of you could be as simple as helping them purchase something or buy them something. Others of you, if it's not you buying them or helping them buy something so they can move around, maybe a vehicle, a bike, something like that, it's something on the grounds of helping them move towards the direction that's going to make them happy. So it could be a career front thing, or it could be a location. I feel like they're trying to figure out where to go or what to do with themselves. It's a child too, and it could be a son. It could be a son that that this is around. Son, grandson energy, strength. I don't think it's going to be something you have to really hold on to. I think they're going to figure out what to do. It's something about the time investment. The time investment, it's going to happen when it's meant to happen. They may feel kind of a little restricted at this. Something about restricted or unfocused. Or like they're very unsure. Not sure if they want to go left or right energy is what I'm getting. Emotionally, all I can tell you is probably show them the investment you've put in yourself over the years. Teach them what you've done for yourself, because it may help them teach them what they got to do for themselves. Whatever. This is so crazy, but this is what I'm feeling in your reading. Probably very specific. Probably very specific. You may have to basically. I'm not trying to tell you to mold somebody that will work for you, but explain to them what worked for you, or what you've learned, and let them figure it out for themselves. If what you have to say helps them, whether you get clarification, confirmation, any of that, or none of which for a while. I don't feel like it's about you getting any of that. I feel like it's about the person expanding and learning. Somebody could feel like they're not getting where they want to go, whether it's an ex you dealt with or it's a child. Okay. If it's an ex, could have been something unhealthy. If you had thoughts about it, they were probably fucking around, is what this tells me. I feel like you learned your lessons. I do feel like this person is feeling kind of left out of the picture or feeling financially burdened right now. More so, I do see you being emotionally acceptive towards keeping them at a distance or not opening up emotionally again. I feel like you had no choice but to make that decision with this lover. I feel like you knew that this was going to be the wrong option. Clarify that. I feel like you may have dealt with somebody that had a lot of issues. Whether you got to see them or didn't, something about issues, damage. I feel like you're not dealing with them anymore, or you're at a distance from them. I feel like you got truth and clarity that this love situation you had to move away from or wasn't healthy. Something about an unhealthy connection had to go. And you had to do one thing. Say, see you later, sayonara. Move on. You have a lot of moving energy. A magician. You might have dealt with somebody who's lying or being foolish in a relationship, or emotionally, or all the way around. They might have had too many. If there were pros and cons in a relationship, they had too many cons. Lying when it came to happiness. Maybe they didn't know what to really go after. They may have never really emotionally been able to invest in themselves as well, or trust the outcome. They might be used to a chaotic environment or background. And I feel like you might have felt stable. When they lost you, there may have been a problem. They may have gotten a little too comfortable, tried to come back with communication, and you said, fuck you or no. I do feel like, why is balance here? I want clarification because this does feel like it's coming towards you. What is this? Coins. Scorpio. Show me something. So at one point, I think you let it upset you, or you made it feel like it was your burden. And then I think you realized, what the frig am I doing? I can't adapt to something that isn't growing up. I'm just going to move on. I think you had used up all the patience you had, or you let it stress you out until you realized you dealt with a player. You dealt with a player. Your awareness came in and you said, nope, I can do this on my own. I don't need anybody to stop me. If you act like that, here's my sword, here's the door, and I'm not going to be mentally distracted or emotionally abused or burdened by a situation. Good for you. I think the message for you is I'm stronger than that. And you tried to be damaging to me, but emotionally, it's your damage control that you have to get balance of. That's a very specific message for Scorpio. All right. I'm sorry it was so specific. I can't even talk. Drink some liquid. I'm sorry it was so specific, but it was extremely specific. It'll either ring a bell or it won't make any sense. So there you go. Maybe very little pieces will make sense if it didn't completely ring a bell. Here we go. Sagittarius. Woo! Did anybody write 808? I'm gonna go look. Like, now I'm curious. I gotta go. I gotta scroll up. What 808? No, I don't see it. Nobody wrote it. 808 is my birth time. I see that though. Ooh, Sag, you got two. I'm going to give them to you the way they fell out, even though I want to flip them. I'm going to trust not doing that. Balance. And okay. Give me some more for Sag, please. In a second. I feel like I'm going to give it to you. Something about those three. Some of you are learning to either trust what you learned or recognize that you can't be emotionally burdened anymore. Moving on. It's like, I can't be emotionally burdened. I need to trust what I've learned. I can't be emotionally burdened. I need to trust what I learned. I just get like, and that's how you become victorious, or it helps you feel better, some shit like that. If you've been feeling down or emotionally discontent, you're trying to let that go to the go. You're not wanting to stress about it. The death card and this is you not wanting to stress about it. You also may be looking at situations where you are at fault or you were part of the frustration. I do feel like this could be based on something that you've already dealt with, that now that you're at a distance from, or you've had no choice but to move on. If at one point you were stuck in a situation or playing with a situation that was causing anxiety, or you were really emotionally attached to, I feel like you're emotionally accepting it didn't work out. You know, Knight of Wands, I also feel like you want excitement or engagement with speech and new people. I do feel like an old love situation is gone. I'm done. It's gone. It's gone. It's not something that's willing to fend for you or you're willing to fend for anymore. This is you or them saying no. It could have a lot to do with the trust, being able to trust the other person. Somebody could have been a secretive asshole, whether it was you or that person, or they could have done it so many times to you that you started to do it to them until you recognize this ain't healthy. I'm not going to do that to myself. Or you could have been being that towards yourself. Whatever the deal is, it was blocking the happiness or the judgment or the outcomes that could happen. It might have even kept you down for a while with the Ten of Wands reversed. I feel like now you're recognizing that it wasn't bringing a proper balance. You weren't probably communicating with many people. Three of Swords. It was breaking your heart that you were doing everything on your own, but you're keeping it within. You're always keeping that locked in your chest. The Hierophant, you're learning to let that go. You're not being so stubborn, or you're learning how not to be so stubborn is what it's telling me. The world, let it be an ending, because it's reversed. You're not wanting the things of conflicts of the past, whether you were the conflict or the problem, or the other person was, or you realized you both were. Whatever you realized, I feel like you're willing to start new communication. You may still have a little bit of resistance with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Swords is, oh, I'm over it. That's just double resistance energy. So you could be very resistant about taking a leap of faith and going in the next direction. And it might have a lot to do with not trusting the process to move forward because of what you dealt with. Do not carry your past into your future. Never do that. If you recognize something to be wrong, own it. Learn from it. I need to show you this card for some reason. This card is super important for you. If you've been right more than wrong, or about 50-50, or even 40-50, shit, 30-50. I don't care how much you've been right or wrong, Sag. The more you're willing to learn about a situation or know an outcome before, just take it from me. The more you're willing to know about an outcome before it happens, whether it excites you, it doesn't excite you, and you already understand it, without even touching one of these fuckers. I shouldn't call these cards fuckers, but they're called fuckers tonight. Without even touching one of these tarot cards. If I can do that and tell you I can do that, and people actually get result with it, why would you let your own awareness be hindered by what you already know, but that you're holding within? That doesn't make any sense. Unless you're trying to, I do get like you're trying to embody a power, mind, body, and spirit energy. But at the same time, you still have resistance. You're like who was that? Aries? I feel like you're resisting, just like fucking Aries. I'm done. One card is this. That motherfucker looks like a resisting, swords up. I'm resisting energy when it comes to moving away from it. But you know you fucking don't want to, is what it's telling me. It's telling me you fucking know. You've done the assignment. You've done the homework. You fucking know. Don't fucking lie to yourself. Don't lie to me. You know what you need to know. Don't be stubborn. Don't lie about it. Like I just fucking said, that's the liar card. Don't be a liar, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, just grow from it. Don't be, oh my God, the liar, bitch, the double liar. And I feel like you're not lying about what you've dealt with. Damn, this is a deep reading. And I've only given, I think, one or two other ones that were deep. That, like, I could realize how deep I was going with them. I like that. I just don't tell you guys. But here we go. It's what it's telling me, and I know it's you. I know it's fucking you. Is you went through something so deep, but you held it to yourself, and you made something more toxic for you than it needed to be because you believed the wrong thought process or focused on the wrong part of it. And then you let the wrong part of it, whether it was a lover that you felt like you could never live without, whether it was you feeling like you could never live with somebody again. I don't give a fuck what it was. You held on to it, and the resistance you had was so unhealthy that it made it almost unbearable or kept you at a distance from reality of what you could have or what could be best for everybody in your environment, including yourself. Holy shit. I'm sorry, but that's what I got for you. Sometimes it's best to, let it go, recognize it, so we can get to what I just fucking said. New beginnings, new people, new phases. All right? You got to let go of the hurt, the damage. You can't hold on to it. So what? It put you here. We outgrow, we learn. That's the ticket. And I feel like that's what you've been striving for or going towards balance with. I feel like that's why you need to see this card. You need to trust it. You need to run with it. This tells me run with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Run with it. Be aware of it. The moon reverse. Know about it. Own that shit. The strength card. Rush towards having the ability to see a situation where not only did you go wrong or did they go wrong, but really focus on what you want to do or what has a lot of love. What you're hiding. You're hiding something that you care about, whether it's that person, the next best thing in life, or if you even want it. You're not identifying enough with it, or every time you try to, you close down. You close the fuck down is what it's making me feel like. Hold on. Or you have in the past. I'm not going to say you're doing it now. You have in the past. Maybe some of you are still, I do think some of you are definitely still doing it. I know you are. Yes, you are. Some of you are. God damn. Wow. Take that fucking risk. I'm telling you to take that risk. Stop being stubborn. Stop being stubborn. You want balance. You got to have the strength, the ingenuity. You're the only person that should be aware of this. It shouldn't be me in the tarot telling you what to do. A love situation upsets you, or you dealt with something, or you've been either a love situation upsets you. This tells me two things: either a love situation upsets you and you missed that love situation or that connection. You might have been with them for a while too, or you've been alone for a while. It's telling me two different stories here. High Priestess. Some of you might have been on your own for a while, and it was more or less, is communication worth it? Is the balance worth it? And you had to learn the hard way that you can't focus on what didn't work out or what you didn't really want to focus on. It's better or less. Let things go and enjoy life. You need to enjoy yourself more reading. I get it. Don't procrastinate. I feel like you've been procrastinating towards a love situation, so opening up with it or getting balance with it. Might have been because of what you went through in love. It's you have a complete love reading, not getting balance with love, wanting it all to be there. But every time I get love, it's in fucking reverse. Look at this. It's in reverse. It's in reverse. I can't get it upright for you. And not wanting to lie about what? Going after celebrations or happiness. I'm over here reading. There we go. You got only you can move yourself out of that energy. Me sitting here, I could say it till I fucking turned blue. You could wait for me to turn into a motherfucking Teletubby. It ain't gonna ever happen. It ain't me who's gonna make the initiative to change. It's you. You know? I do believe you can. I do believe you can believe in yourself that you can. And I do believe you need to stop procrastinating. And I do feel like you don't communicate enough about your feelings or your hurt. Whether it's giving yourself that intelligent like pep talk or doing it with another. I feel like you hold back. Like I said, like Aries, you're resisting. I said it, I'll say it again. Don't resist. What are you resisting your feelings for? Move on past them so you can have the new fun experiences. There's no reason to be hurt anymore. You're just slowing down brand new excitement with communication. And now look what's upright. Love. The King of Cups. Look at upright again. Look at celebrations. Upright again. Do you think I'm making any sense now? Some people are like, motherfucker's talking at me, not to me. No. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of experience. You know, these are like a second hand. Like these just are gonna help me establish connection. So the connection's already there. I can already feel the connection to where these just kind of help me progress what you should hear. That's all. It's not the other way. It's not like I focus so intently to tell you a story that might resonate or make a little sense. Oh, hell no. It's going to make a lot of sense. It's going to be you if you're willing to understand it or accept it. That's not for me to own. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't a to each his own conversation. This isn't a let's agree to disagree situation. It's none of that shit. It's a level up, put up or shut up kind of like. That's it. Next. Put a fork in me. I'm done. Capricorn. Here we go. They're probably like, this guy's crazy. That situation is a little crazy. Here we go. Here we go. Capricorn. Capricorn. What's the message for Capricorn? Show me something for Capricorn energy, please. What do we have for the Capricorns? Woo! Clarify it. Start over here. So did somebody either, I hope it wasn't you, did you reach out to an ex? Did an ex reach out to you? I mean, it's not a bad thing, but somebody was either wanting to or started to dial the buttons. Ace of Wands. Jesus. Somebody wanted to reconcile. I feel like somebody wanted to reconcile or is wondering if you've moved towards somebody else. The Hierophant. I think somebody wants to know the 411 on your shit. Weird. Maybe they tried to call you or they started to call you or they were wondering how you're doing. Whoever this is, they may not live close by. They may be very, very, very focused on career. They also may have a lot of emotional things they're going through in life. They may be trying to figure out how to balance the situations out in life or their happiness. They may feel like they're alone. And I do feel like they're wondering or something's creeping under my bed or whatever, like a Drew Hill song I just heard. I don't even know if that part was right. It was probably way off. But I feel like they're creeping or lurking. Something that you've dealt with. Oh my Lord, I got to show you guys. The Hermit, I said that, the Tower. So while you're going towards changes or trying to adapt towards changes, or that's what your focus needs to be, I do feel like something of the past, maybe like the 10 right there, like the X, like the past card that showed up, is thinking about you. The wheels spinning in their head. Emotionally, somebody's holding on to you. Somebody's holding on to your energy. Patiently wondering if they should call you or if you'll come towards them. Whoever it is, they have a lot of high stress that they don't want to focus on. And they feel like the lack of communication with you is keeping them ungrounded. This is going to be another specific one. They could feel confused, or when it comes to balance, they're always fighting for balance. They also may feel like they can trust you or open up to you emotionally to ignore their problems. That's never a good result. I feel like they use you to ignore you. And not to ignore you, use you to ignore their own issues. What the fuck? I don't care for that shit. I feel like I definitely want to say something. I feel like you either don't trust them or you're at a distance from this person. Communication's at a distance, or you live at a distance from this person. If this person was to rush in, I don't feel like you would feel like it's something you can trust or could contend with for long. I feel like you would cut it out or believe that this person isn't something about they're playing games or they're not giving you all the truth in the true insight. They're just going to hurt you. Something about you knowing that they're going to hurt me again. I don't want to feel like the person duped in love. I'm not going to do that. You might have a mindset where if they came towards you to communicate, you would ignore them, or you would, if they called more than once, you may block them or stop answering the phone call. The Moon reversed, or just show them that you're busy. Make them call more than once, whatever the fuck. The Moon with the, what is the stress about? I don't feel like you're trying to stress about the nature of the past, then like the nature of the beast with the past situation. I feel like you've recognized that something was thrown off, or you were mistreated. You were mistreated. This is I was mistreated, or I was treated like a third wheel. Somebody put me in suspense mode, hangman mode. Somebody was trying to pretend like they were in love with me, when really they were being dishonest with their communication and their emotions towards the situation or the forward growth and movement. And I think you have identified that. I don't feel like you're moving towards it. I feel like you're moving away from it. I think you've recognized that there is no reason to reconcile with the situation. And I do think you have truth and clarity on this. I think emotionally you're focused on your goals right now, the better decisions for yourself and the right outcomes. Why do I say that? Because I keep looking down at this card and this card. Like you're trying to stay steadfast towards health or career right now. Health, career, or a family situation. Whoever lied to you, you might look at them like, well, that was foolish, you know, and it was foolish for me to entertain, but now I won't anymore. I'm not going to focus on the things that are toxic. I'll let them become endings. That's what I see for Capricorn. I don't feel like you get over excited or over zealous over being that way with this person, but I do feel like you knew, you found out more than you wanted to believe, and then once you did, it became disparaging or unattractive, something like that. They may have made you feel so disregarded or disrespected that over time you were like, why the fuck would I even put up with that? You know what I mean? And now if you're the fast-paced Capricorn, you just moved on to somebody else, started communicating with somebody else right after that. If you're the type that moves on quickly from person to person, but it didn't feel that way. It felt like there was the lack of reciprocation with communication, and it felt like it was on you, where you had the control of it, or you decided, you know, I need to step back. This is better. I'm better off if I step back. Here we go. Might have been the right thing to do because you stepping back. So I feel like you might have dodged a bullet. There may have been a situation you thought could turn out very healthy or like this. I'm going to tell you, I feel like somebody, and it does feel like it's you, like you felt like there was somebody you could grow fond of or attached of, or you both became like that with each other. I do feel like it got stagnant. And what happened is change happened. I feel like things shifted or changed. When it came to getting balance, you had to look at the situation and recognize it was coming to an ending. And who had to look at the situation? Let's do it together. You. That's your reading, Capricorn. You might have had to say no or recognize your boundaries weren't being respected. And because of that, I feel like you weren't going to be confused. You're going to stay focused on what's important for you. And there's nothing unhealthy about that. You didn't want to be fooled or foolish. You're not going to listen to somebody who's going to downplay or lie. Something about knowing that. You're not going to let that happen. Instead, bottom of the deck, card I didn't pick up, is you let it become something that's behind you now. So you might have dealt with somebody that was playing games, and now you're aware that it wasn't worth the time or effort, and you're not letting it get to you. You could have even moved on to talking to other people or recognized, you know what, I'm better off focusing on my goals and what's good for me, not somebody who's going to do this shit to me, when eventually it always comes out of the wash, doesn't it? Oh, there you go, Capricorn. Here we go. Did I skip a sign? Did I skip somebody? Did I skip Aquarius? Right, Sagittarius. No. My order's all messed up. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. I didn't skip anybody, right? I don't think I did. Here we go. Aquarius. Here we go. I need to drink more coffee. And then we'll hit Aquarius. How's everybody doing? Thank you, Tiger's Eyes. Thank you, Melissa. And thank you, KC. And thank you, everybody, for being here and hitting that like button. I forgot to grab a paper towel. I rushed down here after going to the bathroom to get back and read. So I didn't grab them. They're on top of the fridge. Damn it. It's all wet over here. My phone's going to get wet. Here we go. Yeah. Aquarius. What do we have for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? Huh? I'm trying to do both eyebrows because I can, but when I'm looking at a computer, I can't control both eyebrows. But if I don't focus on the computer, I can do it. So, but when I look at the computer, I have the hardest time getting that left fucking eyebrow up. The right one, there we go. There we go. Woo! It's confusing the shit out of me. Maybe it's because the computer's backwards from what I'm looking at. I'm so nuts. Not really. I wish sometimes. Here we go. This is for you. Clarify it. Not going to say anything. Oh, it is money. I fucking knew it. I saw that at the bottom. I'm like, it's gonna be money, and it's right in the center. Let's see. So, if there were times where things felt like they weren't working out in your favor, or you were losing patience, or lack of sleep, or there was a time. Some of you, this is a long time ago. Some of you, this is in the past couple of years. Money was scary. Money had a problem. You were trying to get in front of it. Some of you, this is long ago. Others of you, this is very current. This isn't like 5, 10. This is either like, yeah, no, I'm going to say it could be about 8 years ago, maybe 7, 8 years max, 5. It feels more than 5 years or very couple years. And in between that, not so much. But anyways, the Knight of Swords to the Ace of Coins to the Ten of Coins to the making a decision, Empress reverse. So you may have felt disregarded by a family situation, a love relationship. You may have been like a solo warrior. I had to become that. When you moved on, I feel like emotionally you were holding on to something you missed working with, a relationship you wanted to build, until you recognize, I can't worry about a love investment. I have to let it go. I have to do what? I have to let this love situation go, let the outcome be what it is. And I've got to do one thing, the Queen of Coins, work on myself. And that's going to go right on top of the Ten of Coins and the Ace of Coins, because I was feeling the need to tell you. I feel like you got very, very structured, taking care of business, financial business especially. I feel like you had lack of growth in it, though. There it is, the Page of Coins reversed. I feel like what was lacking in the past isn't lacking now. So if you were struck with a money problem in the past, you're not anymore. You fought your way out of that hole. And I feel like you know that it took a lot. It took a lot of practice, or a lot of not letting the outside noise around you get to you. The Wheel. You may have held back from trusting relationships or going towards them for many months or years as well, whatever that's about. Page of Wands is reversed. That's you not communicating. Some of you, before you got serious or decided to, you're just being careful. I feel like you may have had the opportunity. Some of you, the Wheel reversed with the Three of Cups reversed, you had the opportunity at one point, but the communication, something fell off or felt disconnected. Balance, death, and you moved on from this celebration. The Emperor, Five of Wands. You might have renegotiated that if it's not going to show up or I can't trust it, I'm not going to focus on it. You might have renegotiated with yourself. You sold your soul to your own trust or contract, which is, I kind of like that. The Knight of Coins to change. I feel like you started to embody the trust and loving in yourself and being happy and content with yourself. And being aware that that's what you needed to do, not to be the damsel in distress. That's reversed, and it's one of the first fucking times tonight it's been reversed. I feel like you learned a hard motherfucking truth or lesson where it's like, I'm not going to let shit get the best of me. Fuck that, especially whether it's communication or communicating it upright and out correctly. Something like that happened where you recognized the hell with that. I'm not going to let things get the best of me emotionally. Some of you may have ended up in a new relationship after you had to let go of an old relationship that was toxic. So some of you wait a minute. Some of you, it's telling me there's three things here. You were either in a relationship that was short-lived and toxic, or you dealt with somebody that was toxic, it was short-lived, or you're trying to help somebody out and they're toxic and it's going to become short-lived. Whatever the fuck that's all about, I'm over that. Let's keep going. But there's three fucking things I'm seeing in those cards. It's going to come, whatever. So somebody's stuck. And I feel like so if you're the Aquarius that's helped somebody else, I feel like it's a matter of time until until the door. They're gonna get the door. I feel like I keep seeing a fucking door, a brown door with a gold handle. And I like silver more than gold or platinum more than gold. So why the fuck am I seeing gold in a door? Because I feel like you're gonna show them the door, or you recognize I can't work with you. You don't work for me. We don't work, like we don't mesh. We don't work out. Or there's a lack of fulfillment or acceptance. Somebody had to make a decision. I'm not going towards this. Somebody may also felt like that the person only came towards them because they were doing better than they were. So you might have had to recognize a situation where somebody was trying. I hate to say this, but you might have been in a situation, or you may be in a situation where somebody's using you. I hate to fucking say that, but playing with you, you know, pulling, trying to pull one over you. You know, they may talk a good game, or talk like talk very goal oriented. I also feel like you came out of a lot of stresses from the past. Some of you also, if this resonates with you, you had car problems. In the past, you might have had car problems or problems with connecting with a child or kids, or the person acts very childish or spends their money childish. I feel like when it came to confusion of the past, or the anxiety of it, you've emotionally accepted it and moved on. You got to be careful too, because this young energy I'm getting, they may lie right to your face. Something about they may lie right to you and look the other way or feel nothing of it. You may have to be wise enough to be the wiser, you know, and recognize they ain't being honest. And this may be what separated the whole situation, or makes you emotionally unavailable. They may have to learn this on their own. They may have to grow or move out of this on their own. I feel like you tried to help somebody or were willing to deal with somebody until you recognized you weren't. So some of you've already went through it, are going to go through it, or it's happening now. That's what I'm seeing for Aries. I'll give you something else if I can. If something else comes out that's a little different. Let's see. I'm going to aim for it. Give me something else for Aquarius zodiac signs, please. Oh, it's a celebration. So you might have been collaborating or celebrating or needing to go out more. Something about I feel like you need to do. I'm done. Next card on the bottom. Take the risk. Go after it. I feel like you need to do this. Go out and have fun. I feel like I kept saying that to Sagittarius. Now I feel like I'm saying it to Aquarius. I feel like you've been procrastinating or holding back on having emotional fun or making time for it, investing in yourself, or rushing towards enjoying yourself with another person. Whether you're coupled or single, I feel like you need to make more time and invest in that. I'm over it. Look at this. This is 2 investment cards. That's your message. Invest not only in loving yourself, but if you have a partner, invest in giving them the time and effort that they deserve, that they would be willing to give back towards you. We can always come back to work. We can always come back to what we do. But we don't want to have to leave anything on the table that we could have enjoyed. You know, make the memories. That's what I've got. If you're coupled, I feel like make the memories, because why let things become stagnant or discontent or fall out of a comfort level when they don't have to. And I feel like the only person that should know better is you. And you can have a success if you just start to communicate. Hey, maybe we should go on a vacation. Maybe we should research where we want to go. You know, I think we need a break. What do you think? We have enough money. Let's go find something fun to do. That's just my thing. You know, could be taking the children or spending a little bit of money while doing something fun. Maybe it's a vacation. Maybe it's a vacation spot. Maybe it's a boat. I don't know. Do whatever's good for you. But it feels like if you are with somebody, you guys should plan something for each other. That's just gives you enough time with each other. Anything else? If you're single, show me something. No, shuffle. If you're single, it doesn't look like love's gonna be an issue for you. Like, it's not an issue for you right now. You're too dedicated to work. Some of you are going to be dedicated to work or buying a new vehicle or a purchase. You're either going to purchase a home or you're going to fly away and move. It's one of the two, is what it's showing me. It could be a car. You could be buying a new car, vehicle, or just moving towards something that feels like higher security, maybe a better position at work. I don't know. I've got the 7 of Cups to the 8 of Cups. I feel like anything that holds you back, confuses you emotionally, makes you feel uncomfortable, or that feels untrustworthy, everything's reversed. I feel like you're turning it down. Because even the Two of Cups is reversed. Clarify the reversed row that's in reverse. The second row. Another reverse card. You've made the decision. You'll turn it down. You will not communicate with shit that just feels like crap. You won't work with it. You've already made this decision. I think you're trying to be wise or focus on the correct investment for you and all parties invested. Mostly for you, which is nothing wrong with that. You got to take care of you before you can take care of anyone else. And if you've had the energy around you that you recognized you wanted it to come around, or you were willing to accept it to come around, but you saw it not take care of itself, Aquarius is only going to deal with that shit for so long and focus on the matter at hand. It's a message I have for you. All right, Pisces. Here we go. Pisces in a second. I need coffee. Whew. Hopefully I wasn't speaking too fast on your message, Aquarius. You don't have to like slow down my speech. Aquarius, Pisces in a sec. Cigarette time. Cigarette, Pisces. I'm curious what Pisces gonna get. I don't know, in my pocket. Yeah, they are. Good. I can take them out. This way, when I'm done with Pisces, I can listen to music. One of them just died. I don't hear anything when I have these on. They just muffle the sound around me. All right. Now they'll be charged. Nice. Pisces. What's the message for the zodiac sign of Pisces? What do we got for Pisces? What's here for Pisces? You want change and excitement. The world. Definitely want change and excitement. And you're aware of it. Okay. What do I get? You may start communicate. You've been communicating that you're on to that, you want that, or that you're hoping to get that with another. So either you know you want change and excitement for yourself, or you're willing to accept it with another person. I get the awaiting arrival energy. I also feel like you're trying to become more dedicated spiritually to yourself and where you can go, what you can learn, whatever that's about. Here we go. Nothing wrong. I like that, actually. Why is judgments reversed? Clarify judgments reversed for Pisces. Clarify that reversed for Pisces. You walked away from something. I feel like you walked away from something that you felt like you were in love with. Woo! So you had to walk away from something that you thought you could fall in love with, or it was, I feel like mixed signals. I get this mixed signals energy in this. Judgment reversed, 8 of Cups. Judgment reversed. I have the 8 of Cups. The Sun card is reversed. Then I have clarification and Lovers. I feel like there was a situation that you had to really look at. I feel like it might have taken more than one time. Maybe even up to 3 times. But I had to tell yourself no 3 times. To let something go 3 times. This one's first for whatever reason. Maybe the 3 recognized that the 8 is reversed and it wasn't going to grow or build. Maybe. I feel like you could no longer stress about it. Could have been an earth or a fire sign, by the way. The decision needed to be made. I'm going to tell you it was an earth, fire. Earth, fire. Definitely an earth, fire, or water sign you dealt with. I just feel like a non-committal relationship happened and you became aware of it. It tired you out. It wore you down. And you don't want to be fooled or foolish in the future. It's over, the death card, and so is your anxiety. So I feel like you have no more anxiety or regret. I think what's done is done. I feel like this was written in the stars. Like you can't, and you started out with the world and the high priestess. I feel like this was meant for something for you to evolve and learn from. Basically help you adapt into trusting yourself a little bit further. Just one. Just one for you. Show me something. Learn. You had to learn through the situation. And I think you did. I think you achieved what you needed to do. I think you focused on your own stability and you're putting it to work. It sucks because I feel like you had to find out somebody was lying to you. Somebody wasn't being honest. Somebody was being malicious or deceitful. It was causing a little bit of anxiety or despair. I do feel like you were hoping to get in the boat, join the party. And then I feel like you recognized I can do this all on my own and I don't have to fend for a situation that won't fend for me. And I can't lose any more sleep over this. This must have been more or less a connection that came in and out of your life. That's what this reading is telling me. It wasn't willing to stand the test of time, is what the cards say. That's why it became this, part of your past. And I think you've invested in letting it go. I do feel like you're making the right choice and that you're going to have solid choices ahead of you. I do see solid commitment. I'm over it. Commitment and love for you coming soon. It might not have been the last one, whether it was a water sign, fire sign, earth sign, but it could be the next one. I do feel like the message is stay emotionally grounded and focus on believing in the changes that can happen. You just might have to have patience and endure through the process of waiting for the right night to become the king or the right investment for you. Go to the bottom. The Hangman reversed and the Eight of Wands. I feel like the investment's on its way. It just hasn't shown up or you haven't met him yet or her, vice versa. I feel like what you've learned is the hard truth of what you don't want in love relationships, what didn't feel good. I feel like you might have even looked back on it. You wanted to stand your ground, but I also feel like you recognized what's the point with standing my ground on a situation that's emotionally not investing for me or fighting for my love. You have a complete love reading. The Wheel and the Ace of Coins, I feel like it gave you more forward growth and establishment on yourself, self-respect. It does come off you felt devastated or you felt like, why is this person dodging me or blocking me, confused, and it made you make a decision to say the hell with that. Nothing wrong with that. And sometimes if you don't get the communication or the balance you're looking for, it's just because you're meant to meet a different celebration or happiness. You might have dealt with somebody that is all about playing, just wants sex. It might have been so you might have wanted to manifest a connection that all they wanted was sex. I hate to say that, but that's what it looks like. Soothing and loathing was more important to the situation than actual growth, is what the reading's telling me. When that's what you were fighting for, was growth and victory, expansion. So it's like you were fighting for expansion, but you were dealing with the wrong person, or it might have felt like somebody that could become a soulmate, when really it was just teaching you what direction's not going to work out for you, what direction needs to be cut away from you. Emotionally, I do feel like it embraced you. You have a message where you became a little more empowered, and the key word is you learned how to say no. So when it comes to that, who did this? You did this. Pisces became aware. You became aware of what to do, or how to emotionally respond to situations, how to learn and adapt, how to cut free of things that aren't moving in your favor. Good for you. I'll give you a little bit more. A little bit more. Give me something else for Pisces, please. Pisces. So your reading basically tells me you went through a situation where you were going to give it all. You weren't just wearing your heart on your sleeve. You were ready to fully commit, and you were being genuine, and the other person wasn't. I hate to say that. I hate to fucking say that, but that's what it says. You might have felt more attached to the situation than the other person could involve themselves with. That has nothing to do with your growth. Your growth and their growth were on two different levels, and that's what it comes down to. As far as what the tarot is showing me. Show me something else for Pisces, please. Show me something else for Pisces, please. Anything else for Pisces? Okay. One more. Show me something else for Pisces, please. Here we go. Show me something else. It's behind you. Whatever this is, it's behind you. I do think you need to focus on the strength and the communication that you're going to build. I feel like this is the message that you want to stay focused on. The things that might have felt unbalanced or may have lied to you, don't worry about that. The decision was already made. You might have felt a little confused or thrown off by what had happened because you were being lied to. Well, go back to work, put an ending to a situation that was not love, that was lust, and start building towards being happy again, emotionally accepting, this person hurt me, but I'm stronger than that and I can move on. And I think you recognized it for what it is. I think you said, you know what, even though they're emotionally not showing the value or that I'm the valuable candidate for them, it's not my problem. I feel like you had to recognize it and own that. So this is a weird one. I don't typically say this, but some of you dumped them. Others of you, they dumped you, or they just went ghost. They stopped talking. So think about, they stopped talking. You needed to focus on yourself and trust your awareness and not let their problems or predicaments be the outcomes that upset you anymore. I feel like anytime you went to play with this, you started to get aware, it was time to let it go and move on. And I feel like what that did is it's going to open you up to a solid offer, to solid change. That's the reading I have for Pisces. I hope you all enjoyed these readings. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe. Maybe I'll be out Friday. Maybe I'll be out in a month. I really don't know. I don't get a lot of sleep. So let me tell you this much. I wish you all a happy night, a safe rest of the week and year. I'll see you again soon. Have a good night, everybody. I'm out of here. Thanks for your time. Good night.